So this may not strictly be necessary, but these are the door hinges. And as I mentioned, everything was very, very rusty, so there was no chance of me being able to undo the original nuts. So they had to be cut off, and I've got new ones. Nice. I think they might be stainless. But a lot of damage was done to the thread, which makes it a little bit tricky to thread these back on again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up this cutaway part with weld, and then recut the thread, which is why this die is on here, which is a little bit hard to turn by hand. So that's that's what I'm going to do now. Put some weld on there. I don't think I'll bother going right to the end, but at least up to the end of these bits here, and I'll recut the thread. Put the gas on. Right, fresh new weld metal. I think I'll put a bit of grease on there. Temporarily AWOL, so I'll do a bit of oil instead. Okay. I can turn it by hand now. Yes, I can. Yeah, well, that's better. The thread still isn't perfect, but not too bad. Ooh. That's the important thing, is the nut still goes on it. Right, tape marks where the thread needs to go, and yeah, didn't add on very much thread, but I probably could have done a bit more, but maybe you noticed it didn't need doing that much. So yeah, welded thread repair. There's definitely more thread there than there was before. Right, I've replaced my door strengtheners with some new metal, and one of the things I discovered, it's quite easy to get things upside down or back to front or something, which is why I've sprayed some grey paint to make sure I get it the right way round. Anyway, yeah, so I'm now ready to put the door back on. And I've already had it back on actually, but I couldn't get the plates to line up because obviously they're not quite symmetrical. So anyway, right, so I've got to put the door back on, and as you can see, these hinges are quite substantial things. Quite well built, have these enormous nuts. I've repaired the thread slightly down there, but because they're such big nuts, they've got plenty of thread to grip onto. Anyway, so put the door back on, which is going to be a bit of a struggle. because the door is actually quite heavy with the glass and that in it, and the electric window motor. So I've decided to take the weight off the door just by supporting it on a trolley jack here, which seems to be working quite well. The adjustment anyway of the Gilbert hinges, now you can't actually see, but this hinge arm goes through a hole in the fiberglass which is way bigger than the arm itself. It's kind of that size. So the function of these spreader plates is actually to fix the much smaller hole, and therefore the correct position of the hinge arm as it goes through. So I've got adjustment up and down, forward and back, in and out, and that enables quite a lot to be achieved. And these are, well, they're imperial, I think, but 24mm seems to do the job quite nicely. Let's get in there. I think I'll release the jack now. Let's see how we're fixed. Yeah, so it's too far out here, too far in there for a start, but luckily easily adjustable. Well, that moved in the right direction. That's much better. In fact, maybe I think the whole door needs to go up slightly, which is slightly hard to achieve, but maybe that's also where this jack can come in. The lower hinge needs to come in. it's still too high. I think probably it's catching up here now. Maybe the whole door needs to go forward a smidgen. Right. That's too far outwards now. And the back edge of the door is too low. Aha. There we are. Remember, there's no catch on here at the minute. That's it. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the door fitment here. You're looking down the outer edge. That's very good. The body line. Good. Obviously, the latch itself is so the precise latching position. Not 100% finalised, but that looks pretty good there. Same down the front edge of the door. The gaps are looking okay. There's no dents in it, obviously, because it's fiberglass. Little bits of repair needed. Straightforward damage there as well. But yeah, that's good. And we got a nice gap to the window frame as well. I need some rubbers in there to get that fully finalised. And then I'll see about fitting the door latch.